Good morning, students. I'm Shaila Goel, your psychology teacher. We are doing chapter number 3, Meeting Life Challenges. In this part, we are going to understand what are the differences between the personalities, wherein there are different experiences by different individuals. Now, what are the things that promote the health and the well being of an individual? Now, let's look into it. See, students, everyone is sailing through their lives in with different experiences, and you know that stress is a silent killer. Everyone is suffering from acute pressures. There can be personal crisis, there can be academic crisis, there can be social crisis, or even the job crisis. But there are different personalities, and we deal with the stress differently. Some people have social support, constructive attitude, and they sail through it. These type of people are known to have stress resistant personality. The studies one done by Kobasa has shown that people with high stress levels but low levels of illness share three characteristics. That means if you are suffering from stress but you have not shown any illness, that means your personality characteristics are consisting of three C's, that is commitment, control, and challenge. Commitment towards your life, towards your goals, control over your emotions, and challenge, that means your ability to take the stress as a challenge. Students, there is a term hardiness, and you will say, what is the hardiness? Hardiness actually is the belief about oneself, the world, and how they interact. It takes shape as a sense of personal commitment to what you are doing, a sense of control over your life, and a feeling of challenge. That means you feel challenged to do whatever you have to, right? And there is a belief, there is a commitment towards a work, and you are controlling the life, right? And these three C's are challenge, control, and commitment, and the personality is known as hardiness. Understood, students? The stress resistant personalities, they have a sense of purpose. They work for their family, they work for their hobbies, they work in the social context. They are very positive, they do not take things as a stress, right? If we cultivate life skills, rational thinking, assertiveness, then we will with the stress. So it is very important to have these characteristics, these three C's, then we will be more capable to cope up with the stress. Moreover, if we don't have the personality, we should have these life skills so that we are able to cope up with the stress in a positive manner. Now, students, what are the life skills? Life skills are our abilities for adaptive and positive behavior. These are essential skills to deal with the life in a proper manner. In a very simple language, essential skills, right? They help us to cope up with the demands and the challenges of the lives, right? Our ability to cope up and how well we cope up, that means there should be an equilibrium. There are problems in our everyday one's life, but if we deal with them properly, if we have the ability, then there will be equilibrium in our life. So what are the life skills? Life skills are assertiveness, time management, rational thinking, improving relationship, self-care, and overcoming unhelpful habits. Now, what is assertiveness, students? Assertiveness means that you are putting forward your thoughts. You are refusing something if you don't want to, if you don't have. That means you are doing what is right, right? But in a very polite manner. It is different from aggressive, where you say, no, I can't do. Sorry, this is not assertiveness. Assertiveness is saying, I'm sorry, I'm not able to do this. So if you are not able to do this any work, then you are very polite and say assertively that sorry, I am not able to do it, but I'm not showing any aggression. So there should be assertiveness should be differentiated from aggression. Assertiveness is a behavior or skill that helps to communicate clearly and confidently about our feelings, needs, wants, and thoughts. See, you feel more confident. You feel that there is a own self of identity. When we are doing what others are saying, even when we don't want to do, even if it is not correct, then we lose our identity. Our identity is lost. But when we are assertive, when we say what is in our mind and we do what we want to, then what happens, there is a sense of identity, there is a sense of positivity in our mind. So we need to be assertive but not aggressive in our stand. Next is time management. You know, time is everything, and once the time goes away, we can't get it. Okay, the lost time is always lost, we can't recover it. So it is important that we plan our life and the quality of life. Not only the planning that I will get up and I will sleep at that time and eat that time. No, we have to plan the quality of our life. This needs to prioritize the work, right? We have to understand what is our priority, which thing needs more time, which are the things which need less of time, right? It will relieve our pressure because we have prioritized, and it will not be making so much of a pressure in our mind that we are not able to do that thing or that this thing. The major way to reduce time stress is to change one perceptions of time. The central principle of time management is to spend your time doing the things that you value or that help you to achieve the goal. Now, as students, what is your goal? To study and get good marks. Now, what is your priority in right now? Priority is to study through various modes in the COVID-19 time. So you will be priority will be to study through different modes. So if we rationalize it and give time, screen time to our studies, then it will not harm our eyes also, and we will be able to cope up with the stress, right? It depends on being realistic about what you know and what you must do it within a certain time period, knowing what you want to do and organizing your life to achieve a balance between two. That means what I want to do and what I am doing should have an equilibrium, right? What I want to do should get the time in my time management. So time management is very effective tool in our life skill. Next is rational thinking. If we have a distorted thinking, wrong type of a thinking, then it will cause lots of stress. The way you think and the way you feel are closely related. Everything is closely related, students. You can't ignore your feelings, thinking, and other things. When we are stressed, we have to inbuilt selective bias to attend to the negative thoughts and images from the past which affect our perception of the present and the future. See, some of the principles of rational thinking are challenge your distorted thinking and irrational beliefs. See, what have we need to do it? We have to focus on what is wrong with our thinking, and then we have to work positively towards changing our thinking to the positive one. When we rationalize our thinking, then we are stress free. Making positive statements is also very important, and we should stop having this negative feelings or negative thoughts, the anxiety provoking thoughts that comes to our mind. By reducing this thing, we will be more positive, we will be more happy. So rational thinking is very much important to change the way of the past, the way of our thinking in the past. Next is improving relationship. Our relationship with our loved ones or with our friends, with our colleagues is very important. They give us social support. the people around us, okay? And we are social beings. If our relationship is not healthy, then we will feel this stress. What we need to do, we need to listen to others, what they are saying, what they want to say, and then you express how you feel, what you think. See, this is reciprocation, listening and saying. When you only listen and you are not able to speak yourself, then you also feel stressed that ये क्या था, वही बोलता रहा. That is very important, that you also are able to speak what you want to speak, and accepting the others' opinion and feelings even if they are different from your own. That means when you feel that the other person may be right, you can give an option. You can try out that method, okay? But remember this, that if you sulk after that, that means if you feel bad about it, then the whole exercise is wrong. You have to feel very positive while accepting the feelings of that other person. So, students, this improving relationship not only involves listening, expressing, but accepting also. Accepting and positively. Acception, accepting the things but not positively is not improving relationship. Self-care. We ourselves are very important, and sometimes we don't take care of ourselves. We let ourselves go down the hill, right? So we need to keep ourselves healthy, fit, relaxed. That is the key to the healthy life, right? If we are physically healthy, then only we are able to cope up with the everyday life stresses. So breathing exercises should be taken care of. Relaxation of body, relaxation of our muscles is very important. So environmental stresses are there, like noise, pollution, space, color, etc. We have to cope up with all the stresses and well-being. It can be only done if we take care of ourselves, if we are healthy, if we are fit, and if we are enjoying the life. uh, if we think that I'm not healthy, if we are not healthy, then the noise will affect us, the pollution will affect us, the things around us will affect us negatively and more harshly. But if we are fit, all the stresses around us does not have that capability to affect us negatively. But with only effort, we can do this, we can achieve this. So students, self care is very important part of our life skill, because what we do is we ignore ourselves. We take care of everything, every other thing. We take care of studies, we take care of our emotions, we take care of others, but sometimes we do not take care of ourselves, and when we are not healthy, the things are not going to improve. So students, self care is the key. Now, what are the unhelpful habits that we all have? We may have, or sometimes, or in one situation or other, we show that. Unhelpful habits are three types: perfectionism, avoidance, and procrastination. Now, what is perfectionist? Perfectionists are those people who want perfect solutions, perfect outcomes, right? But see, there are difficulty in achieving different goals in different works, so there is different standards, right? And you can't get 100% every time. You have to accept that. If you are going for an 100% perfection, then the time that you will be taking will be more, okay, maybe more. So the time management and the completion of the work and the quality of work, somewhere or the other, one or the other thing sometimes get compromised. We have to be acceptable to all these things. If we are not accepting it, if we are not understanding that, then it will cause stress. So we have to leave this unhelpful habit, that is perfectionist. Now students, if we are perfectionist, what will happen? We will be more tensed. Why we will tensed? Because we will want 100% results, and we will not be able to relax, and we will be thinking bad about ourselves or others, right? And we will be always criticizing others or ourselves. We will be taking out the mistakes in every work, right? So we have to avoid these unhelpful habits and be positive. We have to accept that minor mistakes can occur, and it is, we have to understand, is it manageable, is it affecting us so badly that we can't do with that, then only we should feel bad about it. Otherwise, minor slight changes can occur, and we should not be perfectionist. Next is avoidance. Avoidance is normal. We all do one time or the other. We leave the things. We don't want to take care of those things. We ignore them. We don't face them. We don't accept them, and we put them under the carpet. That means, हाँ कर लेंगे. मतलब like, oh, it is not important, it is not needed. That kind of an attitude comes. That means we are avoiding. If one project is given to you and you say, oh no, it is not important, ma'am is only just asking, that means you are avoiding it, right? It is different from procrastination. Procrastination is avoidance, but you are putting off. You don't want to not do any time. ये नहीं है कि आपको करना ही नहीं है, ये है कि आप बाद में करना चाहते हो. Procrastination is delaying the work done. Okay, you are putting off. Like, there are many days. We will submit the assignment after a week. Okay, we can submit it after 1 month also. It is required at the end of the year, so we will do it afterwards. So this is, I will do it later kind of a thing, is procrastination. That is avoiding the situation, avoiding doing the hard work, avoiding everything. So there is a sometimes a feeling of failure, right? Maybe we will not be able to do the assignment. We are confused, we are in the dilemma. What we will do? Let us do afterwards. Our mind will tell ourselves, let us do afterwards. Okay, so fear of failure can lead to procrastination, fear of rejection. So it is better to confront your fears, do the things at the same time, and we can avoid it, putting it for the future. So see, if everything is put it in the future, then the future will have lots of work to do. And when the things have to be submitted, if the things have to be done at that time and you have a pile of a work, then you will not be able to help yourself and you will undergo a lot of stress. So it is important that we avoid avoidance, we avoid procrastination, and even avoid perfectionism. Okay, now students, I hope you have understood every life skill properly, and you will be doing proper studies. And if there is any confusion, you may ask me. Thank you, students.